Hi YouTube. It's been a while. Sorry for the hair. I'll explain it in a second. I've been pretty busy lately. I started off the new year by going to Wizard World New Orleans as a vendor for my family business, Short Thing Collectibles, SHORETHINGCOLLECTABALS. I'll include a link down below where you could take a look at what we have. We sell like pop vinyl figures and regular figures, and we have squishables, a few plush, Supernatural, Star Wars, anything really you can imagine. I probably carry it. The hair is kind of a mess because today I was with Rebel Legion in the 501st, the Ghost Base in the Gradina Garrison. Gradina. I'm not officially sure which one it is, but it's the Pennsylvania chapters of the 501st and Rebel Legion. We were at a library today doing a charity event for younglings, and I was dressed as Mara Jade Skywalker in her green Visions of the Future dress. And that was a lot of fun. I highly recommend checking out 501st and Rebel Legion. They are an absolutely fantastic organization, and today was my first trooping, which, like I said, the hair, it was all under a wig before, but it really was so surreal. For me, for the kids, it's just like their eyes bug out, and they get so excited and terrified at the same time, because they don't expect to see these fictional characters in real life, and so it was overwhelming for them, and because it was my first troop, it was overwhelming for me. And it really is such an experience. But today I'm actually here not to talk about 501st or Rebel Legion or my family business. I am actually here to talk about a book that I had finished when I was in New Orleans. It is called The Daughter of Sherlock Holmes by Leonard Goldberg. It's really quite interesting. I mean, the book itself is about Joanna Ballock, who is literally the love child of Sherlock Holmes and Irene Adler. And she teams up with Dr. John Watson Jr. along with Dr. John Watson Sr. to solve a crime. I don't want to give too much away. I'm just making sure I'm not giving anything else up. Okay, so I'm not going to tell you who the crime's against and how anything's going on or what happens with it, but it wasn't what I expected, I should say. I mean, I'm a die-hard Sherlock Holmes fan. I've read all the original books. I've seen most of the movies. I watched Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch and Martin Freeman, and to see something that I love taken to the next level, seeing a potential future for the franchise outside of just rewriting more mysteries for the classic duo and bringing them to life in new mysteries, like the mysteries that they had with the Robert Downey Jr. films, and the rewriting the tellings for a modern day setting, like in Sherlock, was really very good, very interesting. I mean, you see how Sherlock's deductive skills, but Irene Adler's charm and seductiveness comes together in one person. And as we all know, there's always, for any diehard Sherlock Holmes fan, you know that there's always that talk that even in the early 1900s, when the turn of the century, when Sherlock or Holmes and Watson were together living in Baker Street, there was always that underhinging outline of the fact that they were gay together, and we see that a lot in the jokes of Sherlock, with them being a couple. So it's kind of like this book kind of allowed us to see more of that, only through the eyes of his daughter, which is a little bit more socially acceptable in the times of Victorian England. And it was just really cute. It was a really cute book. I think if it had ended slightly differently, there could have been potential for more of a series. But I think Leonard Goldberg decided that it would be a better standalone, which I don't blame him. I mean, a series, especially of something with this kind of caliber, taking such two iconic figures and trying to rewrite them as a new generation, almost fresh off from the old legacy, is a little difficult. And I mean, how do you live up to, if you were the child of Sherlock Holmes or the child of Dr. Watson or even the child of Irene Adler, how do you live up to such a legacy? I mean, Sherlock Holmes was the greatest detective in the world. He still is. He's a fictional character, and he is the greatest detective in the world. I mean, he could just walk into a room and tell you your entire life story just by one glance at you. And Irene Adler is, there's no other way to describe her. She is the woman. She is Sherlock Holmes' equal. There's no one who can surpass her. And then, of course, you have Dr. Watson and John Jr. You find out admires his father immensely, but he also became a doctor as if he was trying to live up to his father's legacy. His father was in the Second Afghan War. He teamed up with Sherlock Holmes when he was down at his lowest. He solved crimes. He wrote about them. He was incredible. You find out even in his old age, Watson is still writing about their adventures. And he's trying so hard to stay young and keeping his memory and his youth by still living at 221B Baker Street. But it was a quick read. It was a good book. And if you're looking for something quick and easy and nothing too long, I mean, I think this book is less than 300 pages, give or take. It's, sorry, I lied. It's a total of 305 pages. Really quick, really easy, but a lot of fun. It's really kind of cute, too. I suggest reading it. Alright, YouTube. I'll be back with more stuff about Rebel Legion and the family business at another time. Until then, check out The Daughter of Sherlock Holmes. Bye.